our best men. Before I do, let me just make you all aware that these two have wild imaginations. And they over-exaggerate often. And don't believe anything they tell you about the stag do.
And finally, you have the best man start.
Here we go.
Done. Yes, mate. A wise man once told me a best man speech should take as long as the groom takes to make love.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Dan.
And I'm Pete. For those of you on the stag do, we're Joe Boy and Pete. I think you will all agree with me in saying that today's been a brilliant wedding celebration so far. We've looked forward to this moment for a long time, as we know it's the first time being able to speak for 5 minutes in Ben's presence without being interrupted.
Now, I'm not really a fan of public speaking, but I'm told it's like going on a nudie speech. It's only going to be hard for the first couple of minutes. Nobody else could possibly stand where we are right now and feel more proud and honoured to be able to represent Ben as best men on the most important day of his life.
Now, we'd like to lay down a couple of ground rules. Firstly, no heckling, please. And secondly... the venue manager spoke to me earlier to request that for health and safety reasons, none of you were able to get up on your chairs during our standing ovation.
So, for the speech, thought long and hard, what should we talk about? Do we just stand here and slaughter Ben about all the things he's done? The only problem with doing that is, it tends to involve us too.
So I'd like to give this speech a little bit of direction. A direction that can go two ways. Number one, I can stand here and be the good little brother and talk about all the nice things that Ben has done for me. Or number two, I can stand here for 5 minutes and totally embarrass Ben about all of his secrets. So I'll try and keep this clean. As kids we used to get in the back together. We used to play this game called the Who Could Be the Furthest.
Oh no! No!
Ben will tell you, do not laugh when playing this game, because he now knows what it tastes like. He always tries to make the best out of any situation, just like the time when I went round to his house for a few beers and a game of Twister. As I opened the door to his living room, he was already playing the game on his own, naked. We've always played tricks on each other, especially on holiday. We took a trip to Florida a few years ago, and while Ben was sunbathing on the red hot sun on Tampa Beach, I picked up a handful of ham and threw it all over his back and legs. And as expected, seagulls swarmed in to attack him. He had that much bear poo on him, he looked like the Marshmallow Man. Although I've shared some of his secrets with you, I urge you, please tell as many people as you can. Ben has 4 things that really stand out in his personality, which I know will help him through his married life. Bravery. He's always helped me through my life by protecting me against others, even though he's still scared of spiders. He has huge confidence, the ability to speak to anyone in any situation, and even show him his huge testicle. Will, he has this never give up attitude in any task he is involved in, apart from quitting smoking. And honesty, he's very truthful and honest to those around him, but he seems to be the one saying, what happens in Newcastle stays in Newcastle.
Now, myself and Ben first met almost 14 years ago when we both joined the Army Cadets. Ben back then was known as a cocky, full of himself. He was an Eminem lookalike, and he was a breakdancing wild child. My initial intention to stay away from this troublemaker, but as you can see, 14 years later, I'm still stood by his side. One of our memories we share is that when we were about 14 and did the usual teenager things, I got Ben banned from stepping foot in my parents' house. As one day they came home to be greeted by a smell of cigarettes and air freshener. and so straight away that we'd been trying to have a cigarette out the bedroom window. But, being a good friend he is, he took this one for the team. So since we was banned from my house, we couldn't stay at Ben's mum's house for too long, because Peter O'Toole had been on the back end of the fierce wrestling though. we decided to see if there was any courses we could attend that would keep us entertained. I remember getting a call off Ben suggesting we should sign up to this drama course starting on the Saturday. It was held at Riley College. His words was, "It's free, it's a place to hang out, and think of all the girls." Okay, sounds good was my reply. So the Saturday came, and we met up at the college gates, all excited, looking super cool. Walked in, only to be greeted by a room full of girls aged 5 to 10. Good one, Ben. Good one, Ben. Sign us up to a drama class for under 10s. 11 years later, Ben was my best man. And what a brilliant job he did. So when he asked me to be one of his, I knew I had a lot to live up to. The only difference from me being his is you won't be seeing me running down the corridor through a hotel reception naked in front of all the guests. Sorry! Earlier this year, Ben had another great idea and thought it would be fun to sign up to do a charity boxing fight. Even though neither of us had ever stepped in a ring before, let alone thrown a punch at each other. But when it came to the night, we gave it our all, and put on a great show. We were told by the organisers that between us we'd raised nearly £1,000. It's a great memory that we'll share for life, and when we're old and grey, we'll be able to tell a story that we boxed our hearts out in front of a sellout crowd at the KC Stadium. I was best man on that day, so. Moving on. Pete, Ben and myself have played five-a-side together for quite a few years now. And it was at one of our Monday night games when Ben first introduced me to Rachel. And it was from that point I thought, yes, he's finally found the one to take him on the straight and narrow and keep him out of trouble. But in all honesty, these two love birds were made to be together and they match each other all the way, so 100% effort from both of them. But whilst I'm on the subject of football, most of you know Ben is a die-hard Liverpool fan. And he tells a story that he has only ever supported the one club in his life. And with myself being a Manchester United fan, I've had to take some stick off him this season. But it stops right here, and it stops right now. Because during my best man duties, I decided to do some research on the ground. And whilst I was digging, I came across an absolute gem. But decided to keep it to myself until I had all his friends and all his family all together. Here I have the picture of Ben the Groom himself, aged 11 to 12, wearing none other than the shirt that Manchester United played in that season. The next time you attempt to give me a stick for my team losing, just think of this photo, mate, and remember, we all now know that deep down you're a Manchester United fan. After all I've said, 14 great years have gone past, but yet we still have the same cocky, full of himself. He's a little bit more mature, but still a breakdown from wild child.
Not tonight, so.
It's great to see that everyone is enjoying the wedding today, but I have to say that being a best man, you get to see behind the scenes. And let me tell you, it really isn't pretty. Tears, hissy fits, chucking lipstick and mascara all over the place. Luckily, I've heard that Rachel was better behaved than the group.
Now, being a married man myself, I feel I need to offer Ben some words of advice. However, they do say that a successful marriage can be compared to football, so listen carefully, Ben. Ensure you're fully committed every week. Try your best to score every game. Make sure that you change ends at half-time. No tackling from behind. And don't put your tackling too hard as you might get injured. In all seriousness, I know this day means so much to everyone involved, and I know that Ben and Rachel are delighted that you're all here to share their special day.
We've spent the last 15 months worrying about this speech, and the most popular piece of advice we was given was don't forget to say how beautiful the bride looks. While helpful, this was never going to be needed. Rachel, you look very stunning today. I think we should all raise a glass to the beautiful bride.
Rachel.
Rachel.
I also think we should say how well Ben scrubbed up too. I remember the only thing he used to clean regularly was internet history.
Oh, they're horrible, this one.
We would like to say what a great job Claire has done as bridesmaid, and the beautiful floral girls, Elise and Jessica today, and how wonderful they all look. On behalf of Claire, Pete and myself, we would like to thank Ben and Rachel for asking us to be involved in the most important day of their lives. I know you both put a tremendous amount of effort into this, planned at this wedding, especially Rach, and I can only hope that apart from this speech, everything else will have exceeded your expectations.
We would also like to thank everybody involved with the stag do in Newcastle. Gaz H, Mike, Google, Cheese, Tower, Yogi, Shrek, Stormin, Babyface, Sinbad, Ginette, Mr. Vane, Biggest and Seth himself. On behalf of the hen party, I would like to thank Claire and Julie for your wonderful commitment and organisation.
Well, I'm sure that by now you'll be glad to know we're almost done. But all jokes aside, it's a wonderful honour being best man today, as Ben is a very special person to me. Myself and Ben often call each other brothers, and I'm sure that some people actually think we are. But I would be proud to call Ben my brother, and his friendship is one that I will have forever. There's nothing I would not do for him. So Rachel, please look after Ben. Please make sure that you lend him to me every now and again.
It's a privilege being your best man today. I'm so proud of the person you've become. Thank you for being such an important part of my life, and I'm sure we'll have many moments ahead of us. All that remains for us to do is ask you to raise your glasses and join us in wishing the bride and groom a long and happy life together.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the new Mr. and Mrs. Taylor.
Thank you very much for all those speeches. Can we have a final round of applause for Mr. and Mrs. Taylor?